Okay people, let's dive straight into the Neymar brain scan story. There may well be a dozen different versions of this story, but let me just give you some facts. Or maybe I should just start by saying Neymar was not scanned playing football. He was laying still. That's right, he was laying still and just simply rotating his ankle. So, in 2014, Japanese researchers performed an fMRI scan on Neymar while he performed simple foot movements, rotating his ankle. The study, published in the Swiss journal Frontiers in Human Neuroscience, revealed that Neymar's brain activity was less than 10% of an amateur player's during the task. The findings suggested that elite training allows his brain to function on autopilot, using minimal neural resources to perform complex movements efficiently and instinctively. This is often referred to as the Neymar effect in neuroscience. Other professional footballers and top-level swimmers showed similar reduced brain activity compared to amateurs. However, Neymar's was the lowest. Okay, so his brain used less activity for that simple movement. This is not flow, this is efficiency. Years of training made basic movements automatic. So, in actual fact, the brain works smarter. Not less, not silent, just smarter. I think it's great that the psychology of football, or football mindset, is on the rise because that lets us tap into something extra that we didn't have before. We really have come a long way from the old school mindset. So everybody's talking about the flow, or the flow state, but there's a few people getting it wrong. So I'll just explain it. But let's be clear, you don't need any rituals. You don't need Zen, and you don't need any myths. And you certainly don't need to walk barefoot on the ground for a couple of minutes. Because flow is quite simply what happens when your skills match the game. Not before kickoff. Not after the goal. Right now, in the here and the now. Play after play, action after action. So, you do not need to meditate, do not need to delete apps off your phone, and you definitely don't need to walk barefoot on grass. Flow doesn't care about rituals. Flow only cares about execution. When players perform their best, the overthinking part of the brain gets quieter. It doesn't switch off, it just goes quieter. Because the hard work and the learning is already done. And like I mentioned before, it's years of training that makes the basic movements automatic. Although absolutely anybody can enter the flow state, you have to be careful, because here's what actually kills the flow, or the flow state. It's the moment you notice it. I'm playing well. That thought alone pulls you out of the flow state. You see, flow needs focus on the task, not on yourself. So don't chase the flow. Don't label it. Train hard, play simple, stay present. Be in the here and the now during the game. Remember, flow ends when the game ends. Let's talk about flow and how it gets disturbed. Okay, so flow breaks when thinking returns. One extra touch, 1 second of hesitation, that's enough to break the flow. Self-judgment. Words like, I'm playing well, I can't mess this up. That voice is not helpful. Flow doesn't listen to commentary. Or there's the emotional hijack. Complaining, gestures, arguing with the referee or arguing with teammates. You see, the moment your attention leaves the game, the flow leaves with it. So just remember, if you mess up, don't worry about it, just try your best to recover. Stay in the game, stay in the here and the now, and the flow returns when you stop looking for it. Okay people, that's it for now. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and drop a comment below if you've got any questions you'd like to ask, or if you'd like me to do a specific video or give you any tips or information, just drop me a shout. In fact, if you've liked and shared this video, then type into the comments shared, and I will endeavor to subscribe to your channel and maybe like a few your videos too.